We are returning to a normal real estate market, or at least we're getting a little bit closer. Yes, since November of 2019, we've actually been in a seller's market, except for, March 2020 lockdown and a very brief moment in time in July last year. And here in the Fraser Valley, with almost every market still under 4 months of supply, yeah, we are technically still in a seller's market. However, 3 to 4 months of supply on the market is a totally different game than 0 to 1 month of supply on the market where we started off the year. So with that in mind, today's video is all about what you should keep in mind if you are considering selling your home within the next couple of months. But I'm not going to give you all of my self-proclaimed amazing real estate knowledge here in my marketplace of Surrey, BC, without first begging you to please subscribe to the channel if you would like to stay up to date on my marketplace. And since supply in the market has been increasing over the last little bit, I think you should take a moment to increase the supply of like buttons clicked for this video, because that will help me get this information out to other people that are also considering selling this spring. And really quickly, if you're a real estate agent watching this video and you want to bring video into your business to increase your business and bring better value to your clients, make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I'll be giving you a discount of 10% off of Tom Story's video course for real estate agents. And with that said, let's get into talking about returning to a normal market where your home is not guaranteed to sell within just 4 days after receiving 21 offers for $600,000 more than the asking price. The first thing sellers will need to understand moving forward in our marketplace is that idea of underpricing your home. You know, that strategy that so many of your neighbors have taken advantage of over the last year to get their home sold for even more than they had expected? Well, I'm telling you right now, it has to stop. When prices are rising at extreme rates, as they did in both January and February of this last year, because there were almost literally no homes available in certain marketplaces, you can ask $499,000 for a condo that you know is worth $600,000, and if you're lucky, you might sell for $610,000. However, now that you are not the only game in town, and buyers quite literally in the Fraser Valley have 3 times the properties to pick from than they did in January, people should stop using this strategy. Many home sellers and their agents are still intentionally underpricing their properties, only to find out that when they hold off offers and offer day comes and goes, that they get no offers at all. Or they are receiving offers, but the offer price that they are receiving is not as high as they actually intended to sell for in the first place. So what do those people do? Well, a lot of those agents and their clients are then canceling the listing and bringing it back on the market at a higher price, the price of which they intended to sell for originally. Or the more traditional way to do it is just make a price adjustment. However, making a price adjustment upwards in the marketplace is not a super wise marketing strategy. I mean, that would be like me offering to sell you a rubber fingertip for $11.83. And then when you didn't buy that rubber fingertip for $11.83, I would then offer it to you for $12.75. And I think I speak for almost everybody in the marketplace to say, thank goodness that this underpricing strategy is almost behind us. Second thing you need to know if you are considering selling your home here in my marketplace of Surrey, BC, over the next few months, is that you will still receive very competitive offers. We are at this point not showing signs of sliding into any sort of a buyer's market where we're going to see a 25% price reduction. However, as any market slows, the less educated buyers that are not that serious about getting into the market will start making lowball offers. And my message to those sellers that are receiving those lowball offers are just this: don't get offended. You just don't accept that offer. Many homes in this market are still receiving multiple offer bids, but instead of receiving, let's call it 10 offers, 8 of them being over the asking price and 4 of them being unconditional, you should expect to return to reality and more normal conditions over the next little bit. For example, competing offers might only be 2 offers, one slightly above the asking price and the other slightly below the asking price, with as many as 5 to 7 day financing and inspection conditions. Or you may still receive an offer less than what you were hoping to expect, but there's a chance that those offers will still come in unconditional, meaning that if you accept that offer, it's sold today, albeit for a lower price, but it's a done deal. And when you receive those offers, that's when you're going to have to sit down with the agent that you have chosen to represent you in your transaction to determine what your best course of action is and where you think prices are headed in the future. And for sure, you are going to receive some offers that look really, really good, but the financing condition in them, or the financing and inspection condition in them, are likely going to be upwards of 14 days. Don't accept those offers. If a buyer requires 14 days to do their due diligence on your property or receive their financing, I guarantee you they have not spoken to the bank and they are not a qualified buyer for your home. They likely will not remove conditions even after those 14 days, which is plenty of time to get a deal together. And as a result, they have likely now wasted all of that marketing time of your property that should be on the market for willing and qualified buyers. Next, know that it is not normal for a home to sell within 4 days. The average selling time over the last few years has still been as high as 30 days. When I first got into the business, it was normal that a property would take 60 days or 2 months in order to get a firm sale. So if your property does not sell within the first 7 days this spring, don't panic. Don't take the lowball offer, relax. But with that said, I would suggest that if you reach the 21-day mark or 3 weeks on the market, you may want to reconsider your pricing strategy. But in 10 days in a slowing market, trust me, you're still okay. Fourth, the next thing you should probably have a discussion with your agent about is to know how many offers actually fall apart in the condition period. When an offer is accepted that has conditions in it, often those conditions are not met. That could be because of an inspection report or strata documentation not being to the satisfaction of the buyer, but usually it's the buyer's financing that gets in the way of a transaction. And more often than not, unfortunately, it's actually cold feet that causes the buyers to back out for no legitimate reason, other than the fact that they've changed their mind. In my entire marketplace here from North Delta to Mission, each year I find that 1 in 8 conditional offers does not have those conditions removed from the offer and the property goes back on the market. And as the market slows down, as it's been doing over the last little bit, that number will increase, and it will increase very fast for a short period of time. And this is something I can speak to personally through my own experience. Last year in 2021, my team put together 99 accepted offers. However, we only did 90 firm transactions. About 1 in 10 of those accepted offers last year in a very, very good market still didn't come together. And the last collapse sale that we had was actually way back in November. But as the market heated up in December, January, and February, we had no collapse sales. Every single deal that was accepted went through. But now that we're returning to a slight seller's market and not a fierce seller's market, my team had 5 separate transactions fall apart out of the 13 accepted offers we had just in March. So this means that once you accept an offer, remember that you are not actually sold until those conditions come off the property and the deposit check is paid. So when you accept an offer, don't go bragging to your friends or your mom or your dad immediately about how good of a price you got, because you may look foolish very shortly thereafter after that deal falls apart and you end up selling for less in the future if the market continues to decline. And last, more than ever before, don't fall into the trap of thinking that all real estate agents are exactly the same. It is more important now than ever that you get a skilled and experienced professional on your side to get the job done. Yes, in the market that we've just come out of, it feels like you could have hired absolutely anybody with a real estate license and they could get your home sold with an acceptable price. Being in the industry as long as I have, I do understand that most homeowners perceive that all real estate agents have the same qualifications, experience, and on top of that, offer the same services to get the same result. Because we do, in fact, all have the same licenses and are all governed by the exact same laws. Well, let me tell you, the market that we are now entering, the agent you hire will have a bigger impact on your success or lack thereof, more so now than any time over the last 2 years. And if you think that I might be that right fit to help you achieve your goals and get your home sold in a rapidly changing market, you can book a call with me right now down below in the description with just a few simple clicks at a time that works best for you. And as mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you would like 10% off Tom Story's video course, you can do so using the link down below in the description with the checkout code Steve10. To stay up to date on my listings and other real estate happenings, you can follow me on Instagram at Karrasch Real Properties. Please remember to like and subscribe. Check out another video before you go, and we'll see you in a couple of days.